don't wake me from this.
What's going on, Legends? LGG Alden here. Today I'm back in the forest and we are going over the brand new update 0.37. Now I realize I'm a few days late. I believe it came out Thursday, but I figured I'd still do an update video because I know a lot of people like to watch these videos, and we'll go over pretty much a lot of the cool stuff they added. Now, it appears that there are about 10 days, 9 hours, and 32 minutes, or whatever amount that could keep changing. Yeah, but that is till the next update, so that is when 38 comes out, and I don't know, it's not actually that long, so it's probably going to be a smaller update. Either way, we're going to get into this one now. We had a lot of cool stuff like particles, new graphical, audio, even a new upgrade system, which is really cool, and I can't wait to show you guys what it is. So let's get right into it, guys. So guys, the first thing that I want to go over is we actually have a new crafting recipe, and that is to make a weak spear. All you need is 2 sticks, and as you can see, boom, you have a weak spear. Simple as that, and then obviously from there you can make it upgraded and you can do all that fun stuff with the spear, but that's how you make the new weak, well, that is how you make a weak spear. So the next thing I want to show you guys is this really cool upgrade system that they changed. So prior to this, the way you upgraded items it was the exact same way that you do it now, except you can actually do it however you want and manually change the way your weapon looks. So the way you upgrade them is you can use like feathers for speed, you can use teeth for damage, things like that, and change it all. But now, if you can see, when I put all the things that we need, so I'm going to use a feather for example here, when you craft it, as you can see, it lets you rotate where you want it, and then you can see where you want to put it. So you have like this little sort of stick bar kind of thing is where it's going to place it. And then, yeah, you just use WASD to rotate it all the way around, and it's kind of a little bit confusing. It's not too hard to learn it, though. Pretty simple system. And then you just aim with the mouse, obviously, as I'm doing right now. Wherever my mouse is, that's where it's going to put it. And then as you can see, when I click, it places it. So wherever you want it, that's how it works, and that's really cool. So you can do it with any type of weapon that you have, any way you want to upgrade it, whether it's with teeth, any type of upgrading required thing that you want to put on it. That's the new system, and I think that's really cool. So they talked about a brand new particle system that they have. Now, I don't know in depth how, crazy it is and how noticeable it is, but they talk about it in fire. They have it in snow particles, so probably like actual snowing and making it look like there's snow going around. And I believe water dripping, other stuff like that, blood even, I think. So other cool particle things. Now, I don't know exactly a lot about it or what it exactly, how detailed it is and how noticeable it is, but they did say that they added it. Another thing that they added, guys, was with crouch mode. Now, crouch mode, I don't even think this was here before anything. It shouldn't have been. So it's a brand new thing. Now, you had, like, prior to this, the way, if you can see the way I crouch, is I hold it. So what you can change now is if you want, you can set it to toggle mode. Now, when you set it to toggle, you can stay crouched if you press it once, and then you can go out of it. So I guess that's really a preference on what you prefer. If you'd rather to have, toggling it, or if you'd rather go just where you press it and hold it. So it's up to you, but that's a cool new thing that they added. So another good thing that they added, which is another cool graphical thing, is with shader stuff. So with shaders, they added a lot of moss related things. Now, as you can see, there is moss all over this. There's moss all over any of these, like on top of the skulls, over here. So it symbolizes how long it's been around. So these have obviously been here for a while now, so they're going to have moss on it. And the way you know how long it's been is when I go over to the plane. Now, I don't believe we've been here long enough to have it happen, but over time, so the longer you survive, the more days, the plane will actually become mossy. Now, you probably can't notice anything yet because, like I said, I don't think it's been long enough. So maybe we can check back on it before the end of the video and we'll see if there is moss. So, yeah, but eventually this plane could become completely covered in moss, which is kind of cool. It's just another graphical feature that just makes the game, feel a little more realistic, I guess, and it puts age to the game so you know how long you've been playing. Like, say you've gone for like a 10-day survival streak, this is probably already growing a good amount of moss on it, which, I don't know, it's just a neat feature to have. Kind of cool. Another thing with their shader system that they added, besides all the cool moss stuff, is with water. So as you can see, it's kind of like the sand it works with too, so you can tell that it's wet there. And as well as rocks. You can tell where the water hits on the rocks because you can tell where it's a lot shinier. So, like right here where I'm standing, this is where the water is. Up here, right, if you look down there, it's a little more dull. So, it's another cool shader thing that goes along with that they changed. So, just adding water. And actually, if you do place other objects, so say you place, like, some sort of building-related thing, or you built something right on the shoreline and water touches it, it will become wet, and you can tell because it'll be a little bit of a different shade and, you know, look a little watery-ish. So one of the last major things I'm going to show you guys is the medicine cabinet. Now, as you can see, if there's something different here, it should be the fact that you notice there are 2 shelves. So there are 2 shelves now, which means you can store, I guess, double the amount of items. In the blueprint, you won't see it. Now, I don't know if that's just a bug for my game or if it's just in general something they need to change. The blueprint only shows the normal 1 shelf, does not show this upper shelf here. But it is kind of cool. So now you can actually store 2 layers, which means I believe there's about 5 on each, so 10 objects now in there. A little bit better, not necessarily like you always had too much, but does help to have a second shelf. So now you can store just a little bit more and, you know, a little helpful. So the last things to go over, which is pretty much just the same things in every single update, is that there are tons of audio fixes, graphical fixes, bug fixes, you name it, they're there. There will be a list in the description below if you want to click it. It's a link to the website. It'll show you everything. You can read it all if you really care that much to know every single bug fix. Go ahead, you can read it, you could see it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this update. Not one of the major updates, not a huge one. I do like that new weapon system with like the building it where you can customly put it. Definitely a little bit cooler. They did add obviously all the new graphical stuff, which is kind of cool, and the shaders and particles and things like that makes it just a little better looking and all that, even though it does look pretty good. I'd say it looks pretty good already. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this though, guys. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, guys. I really appreciate when you do. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to be a legend, and I will see you guys next time. Stay. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, they're like cars fall apart. So if we shoot them there, is that like a strong hit? Oh, I'm dead. I'm busted. I want to at least take somebody out. No. Yeah, that's our first death though. That's not bad.